There we go. Now you should be able to hear me. Can you hear me now? Kitty! Kitty! Where in the frick have you been? Man, every live stream, I'm like, anybody seen Kitty Pigeon? Where the frick is this guy at? Nobody knows where Claude is. Claude's in fucking haul ass. I thought you were dead somewhere, laying in a ditch. How dare you not call and check in? My goodness. Yeah, you can be on Laura's. You can be on Laura's live stream. You can be on mine. I see how it is. I'm just picking on you. Thanks for stopping in. Me, love you long time. Oh, man, you've missed a lot, bro. You have missed a lot. Well, you're a little late to the show, but cheers, my friend. Hey, Gary. How you doing? Man, been asking about you. Where's my man at? Gone. Smartest guy I know. Hiatus. Frickin' hiatus. Anyway, so this big vacant hole here, I gotta get the turbo back in it. Had a little oil leak at the return, so I take a whole frickin' thing apart just to fix it. That's what I'm gonna do tonight. I gotta put it back together, and the wife's gotta go for gotta data log this thing and take it for a rip. That frickin' drain plug. Stupid drain plug's dripping. Oh well, I'll fix it. I'll fix it real good. Yeah, anyway, you've missed out, bro. We've done all kinds of stuff without you. Terpskis. Oh yeah, it's always been there, but yeah, Gary, I'm doing well. Just got home from work, went over some health insurance because open enrollment's coming around the corner. You know, the only time a company gives you a bonus is when they know they're going to be charging you more for something. So all of our health insurance is going up again, all that good crap. So open enrollment's coming around, so I'm on the fence. I'm either going to ditch it or I'm going to just cheap out. But even the cheapest isn't cheap. It's a racket, man. Freaking health insurance is a racket. What up, C6? I seen you rolling today. Seen you rolling around town today. You know, on your live stream, that is. You see me rolling around town. You fixing to get gapped. You see that old fox body come rolling up behind you. Dun, 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 dun. I'm just teasing. Don't take me too serious. All right, let's get this freaking thing back in the hole. Try and do this by myself. Oh, I need to do... No, I don't have to worry about that. Man, Kitty Pigeon is in the friggin' house. Hell yeah. You know it's going to be a good stream when Kitty Pigeon's in the house. Damn, my man. Now, let me see where I'm at here. I got this doodad to put back here. Those two thingamabobs. Whatever this thing is. Let's see if I can get this back together. C6 is here. Gary's here. Man. Oh, this thing is fucking heavy. Oh, this thing is heavy. Let's get her back in place, huh? Oh. Ups a popsies. Oh, yeah, there we go. Holy macaroni. You don't know what heavy is until you have to pick this monstrosity up. I'm just kidding. It's probably a bit 60 pound. But let's move that a little bit that away. I think it's a good starting point. Let's take the old girl up without dumping it off of this thing. Man, how's everybody doing today? It's Monday. Oh, what a freaking Monday it was. Started out my day with absolutely nothing to work on. Absolutely nothing to work on. And then that turned into last hour, everything to work on. You know, I like doing electrical stuff. I like chasing wires. I like figuring stuff out like that. What I don't like is when you take advice from somebody in another state that has no idea what they're talking about and then ends up screwing you. La dee dee dee. La da da. La dee dee. Man, that fiberglass. I was just rocking out before I went live to some old Skinnerd. Just getting it in. Some of the old stuff. You know. Oh, all right, just missing that radiator. It was just like, man, you know, when I was younger and listening to that stuff, I really didn't, you know, I listened to it, but I didn't hear it. You know, I didn't hear it. I listened to it, and hearing it as a grown up, this guy had it figured out. You know, as far some of his songs he had it figured out. Some of the other songs are fucking joke, but some of that stuff, man, cheekies. Like, what was it I was listening to? The Concrete Slowly Creeping. Yeah. Especially here in Florida. You know, that's a song like, you know, big cities moving in, country living's moving out, concrete slowly creeping. Yeah. Like, I see that right now because they're just building anything and everything they can around us. You stay, don't you fall. Where is, I've got one big clamp in my pocket. That clamp should be for there. You stay, don't you go nowhere. It's like, that song was like, holy cow, man. You know, I listened to it. I couldn't tell you how many times. Probably listened to that song as many times as I've listened to Freebird, and I just, you know, it never really hit home until you really realize what the hell he's talking about. It's like, man. Stopping by Zaxby's. Man, the Zaxby's here in Florida is horrendous. I roll race in Mexico. roll race, dig race in Mexico. My car is better at roll racing these days than it is. Ever since I went turbo, it's a lot better at roll racing than it is dig racing. It'll do either, or it'll do either very well, but it is uh, very good at going fast from a roll because it doesn't take much. Ooh, baby, I love you. Work a dur, a dur, a dur, dur, dur. My lungs are gonna be screaming after this. Let's see. I need to rotate you just a touch. And everything's always in the way, you know? Yeah, C6. I used to have a lot of racing content, street racing content on my channel. Now it's all private, just because there's so much of it out there. And I don't know if it was just because YouTube really wasn't pushing it, because there's so much street racing content out there, or they were blocking my content because, you know, it's illegal activity and such. Jeez Louise. So I just made it private. There you go. Oh. This is the worst place for a clamp. All right. You right there. Stay there. And you. All right. Oh. Why you don't want to do like Dudley? You know, stuck in there, huh? All right, sit tight. Don't go nowhere. So I don't have you guys up on the big screen, so I can't see. Can't see your comments. So I'll take a pause for the calls in just a minute. Once this thing is not gonna fall to the ground. See what you're talking about. There you go, little fella. All right, so that one's on, that one's on. All right, there to there. What a hot mess that is, but it works so nice. All right, what are we doing? What are we talking about? Gots! Brah. What is up? No, he's talking about Zaxby's. Back at it. Yep, back at it, dude. Yes. Yes, I have, Ryan. The first house I bought was kind of like that. You know, where you have to walk in, stand against the wall, close the door, or sit on the toilet. if anybody walks in, they bump into your leg. His shoulders won't fit between the walls. Yeah, I've been there, done that. When I worked on European cars, the old shop was like that, and you walked in, shuffled against the wall, closed the door, and then you had to like step over the toilet seat to turn around. Yeah, and once you were in there, you weren't, you couldn't flap your wings or anything. You were in there, and we called it the hot box because there was no AC in there. Uh, it was absolutely horrible. Absolutely horrible. Oh no! Dang, broke my caliper. Catastrophe. I already feel human Tetris. Yeah. Well, you know, it could have been worse. You ever had to sit on a toilet seat where you had to cram your stuff down inside of it just so you don't pee on the floor? Yeah. I don't know where I touched that fiberglass on my forearm, but I feel it in there. It's the only time you'll see me wear bitch mittens, everybody, is when I'm working with fiberglass wrap. Only time you'll see me wear these things. I hate rubber gloves. Absolutely hate them. But if you got fiberglass in your fingers and you don't get it all out and you go wipe your butt later, you're going to remember you have fiberglass in your fingers. You know, especially if you use the 3 shells. If you don't know what the 3 shells are, you're not old enough. All right, where I'm at, I need a 10 millimeter. No, I need my 11 millimeter. Let's snug this up a touch. Snug that one up. Come over here. This one's gonna get relocated to something like that. See, it's not pulling. Jeez, it's not pulling itself. I get these lined back up just so we don't have any exhaust leaks or boost leaks. There we go. Get rid of that now. Ta-da! Ba-ba-da! Yeah. All right, that's in there. Now we got to put the downpipe back on. And for my next trick, ladies and gentlemen, let's see what I can do. Just construction glitter. You're right. You're right. Why am I being such a wuss? West Virginia State Police today. The one was over 6 foot, the other was a giant. Hang on a minute there, Bri. Why are you seeing 2 West Virginia troopers? You get it. Oh, at the sheets, huh? I figured you were doing some illegal activities. Oh, how did I do this? How did I do this? Ryan, you have one violation. You were in, well, you were in violation. I forget how that goes. That's when old Sandra Bullock was young and hot back in the day. Jeez. More of that construction glare. I have to get rid of that off of the turbo side. This wrap is freaking cooked. We have really bad tuner to thank for that. All right, now you go back here. Oh, I'm missing the copper washer for that. John Spartan, you are in violation. Oh, was it? It wasn't John Spartan. Was it John Spartan? You ever notice? You ever notice how you can remember the dumbest shit, but the things you actually need to remember are no longer in your memory? Like, you could probably sing along to every song that you sang with your parents on road trips. Heaven forbid you forget where the yellow and green wire run on a J1939 CAN bus, you know, or what they're supposed to ohm out. Well, you do it every day. You still have to look it up. Excuse me. Find it remarkable how much stuff I forget every day. Things that I used to do all the time that I just can't do anymore mentally. It's like I used to be able to, like, you know, everybody knows what a parody is. You parody, you know, a song in your mind. You know, you come up with words that rhyme with it, or you know, something of that nature. But it goes along with the beat of the music and stuff. I used to be able to do that really, really well, just off the cuff. Just, you know, like, you know, a Tom Petty song comes on and you just make your own lyrics, but it goes along with the song, and the words kind of, you know, play off of each other. You know, a parody of sort. I used to be quick-witted with that stuff, just banging off. Now I'm like, yeah, no, not even trying anymore. Why are you not happy right there anymore? Is that why? That looks like why. How many of y'all did I throw off with a J1939 CAN bus? It's okay. stuff. All right, that's on there. Why are you not happy right there anymore? What is your deal? Let me snug this up a little bit. All right, let me snug that a little. Give this a little push. Jeez Louise. Need a little something to push that with. What's going on in the old chitty chat over here? What kind of car? Sharon Strange. This is a 2000 ws6 Trans Am. Thanks, Bri, for jumping in on that. Liquor Envy. This is not a Mustang. Not today. That's coming in tomorrow. Well, if it's a Volvo, it's got a bunch. It's got a bunch. Everything branches into it. Everything branches into it. It's ugh. We have all the digital books and stuff for the drivers, and that all ties into it. And anytime we diagnose something that's on the network, we have to unplug that. And 9 times out of 10, that's what's causing the problem. Need to find a happy place to push this. There we go. Just like that. Okay. Had a bunch of people. Oh, you were here. Everybody was here last night. Yeah, had a bunch of people on last night. It was awesome. Got 17 more subs last night from that live stream, which is freaking epic. I want to say epic is a good word to use. You know, anytime you get 17 subs from rambling on about a turbo, it's a good day. Absolutely good day. It's extremely bright to look down. I'm just trying to line these freaking pipes back up. Friggin' wipes. And you are not being very cooperative right there. I'm too far back on the flange with my V-band. So let's push this back. I'm glad everybody likes to hang out, honestly. Really enjoy doing live streams, and it helps me with my insanity. Yes, I said insanity, not sanity. All right, that is not being very cooperative. I think I need a little. I need to use this and push it up a little bit. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Gonna move. Is it going to move? Not the way I want it to. Oh, there you go. Now you've done it. That one little bit. Move my clamp over maybe. Nope. Clamp does not want to go over. You guys see all right? Y'all see what I'm doing, kind of, right? Tried to find the best angle for what I'm doing. Ah, there you go. Come on. You need to get over. You need to get over. There. There you go. I was pinching my clamp, and I don't want to stretch these things out. Putting them on to where they're useless. So look, I keep going to the toolbox to grab this. You'll notice me turn around a lot, and then I realize it's not there. Citron. What about ice? What about ice? What about it, dude? It's cold. You chew it. You put it in your drinks to make beverages colder. I mean, I don't know. With a name like Citron, you know, you think you'd be talking about Broncos with 4 doors or conversion vans that are like hooked up. So that's what I'm going to say you're talking about. Of course, the kids have got to start playing basketball. I mean, I did read that name right? It's Citron. What the deuce, bro? Like, you know, the old Ford Citron. You know, the ones that were actually cool. It had all the upgrades. Back that up just a touch. Keep it loose. Keep it loose. Now let's check this one. I don't want any exhaust leaks because I don't want to have to do this again. It's a little tight. Let me loosen that up and slide it back. Just a touch. Let me see here. Hey, what up? Who's in the house right now? I don't know. Ryan, you're still in the house, aren't you? Yeah. There we go. Boom. There you go. Ryan, you are now dubbed an admin. You see some people saying some offhanded shit. It doesn't need to be in the chat. You give those frickers the boot. Give them the boot. Or put them in timeout. Whatever you gotta do. You can delete messages, delete people, remove people, block people. You know. You have the authority. You know, offhanded shit. That doesn't pertain to what we're doing here. I am not a politics kind of guy. I'm not a government kind of guy by any means. Will I talk about it on somebody else's platform? I most certainly will. But that is not what we're about. We're not about politics. We are about cars, race cars, talking shit about cars, talking shit to people about cars, and about gapping the shit out of people with cars. That's right. No, AC1, AC13, Excelsior. No, we're just fixing the wife's car. Had a little oil leak at the drain on the, well, I can't say drain, on the return on the turbo. So I had to take this whole bullhorn and turbo assembly down, reseal that with a new O-ring and a little bit of that orange magic, and put that back up. So now I just got to finish bolting it back up, and then she can go out and do a data log. So we're doing pretty good right now. Just got to hook up all the vacuum lines, get the O2 sensors back in, get the AFR sensor back in, and then she could take this thing on a rip and get into some boost. Get to some boost and do a data log. And hopefully it goes instead of blows. But we'll see. You know, it's still early. It's still early. I'm sorry if you guys can hear those kids playing basketball. Nothing I can do about it. They're right at the corner of my backyard and the street, playing some b-ball. I'll go out there and shoot some hoops. But I'm old, fat, lazy, and don't want to. But I'd probably just be like Larry Bird, you know, getting them hook shots in. Just getting them hook shots from the neighbor's grass, which is supposed to be 3-point land. All right. Man. Anybody heard the new Amazon delivery vans? They're all electric. They sound creepy coming down the road. Got this weird sound to them. Yeah. Thanks, dude. I'm just going to call you AC because I don't know if the 13 is supposed to be in place of letters or if it's supposed to be like Excelsior or something. I don't know. But thank you for subscribing. It means a lot. I'd shake your hand, pat you on the back. But I'll give you an attaboy, and you can imagine what the pat on the back feels like. Bobby Weaver. What do you think is better, twin turbo or supercharger, and why? Ooh, Bobby, that's a good question. Here's my question for you. What are you going to do with it? Are you going to straight line drag race it? Are you going to road race it on a track? Or are you going to street drive this car or truck? Is it a car or a truck? And how much is it going to weigh? 13's your lucky number? You know, I've tried all the numbers. and I can't get lucky on any of them. Ne'er a one. Ne'er a one. The day I figure out what my lucky number is, will probably the day I die. It'll be like I'll be at the at the cash register. I played my lucky number, and it'll be like 6824. Oh, you won $5 million. Oh my God. My luck is so bad. You want to know how bad my luck is? I will tell you how bad my luck is. Let's say we were standing on the roof of a house, and at the ground level of this roof, we're looking down. Right now we're on the roof, right? And we're looking down, and there is this swimming pool full of just these boobies, just full of boobies, right? I could jump in that and come out with a pecker in my mouth. That's how bad my luck is. That's how bad my luck is. All right. Tug test. Tug test. Tug test. That's still zip tied. This has got to be tied back when I do that. All right. I tell you, I really need carburetors and coffee. Are you in the chat right now? This is the wife's ws6 Trans Am. Hang on a minute. I missed somebody's important comment. Let me see here. Supercharger isn't turbo. Supercharger is sorry. I'm slightly illiterate sometimes. Supercharger is instant. Turbo has to charge for boost, right? Well, yes and no. It depends. If you match your turbo up to your combination, there's no boost lag, and you can also get different things to create boost for you, like two steps or what's called anti-lag, and you can be driving down the road and push that anti-lag, and it'll build boost, and then you just let off that button and you're ripping. My wife's car builds boost instantaneously because it's the right combination of stuff. My car, on the other hand, takes a little while to build boost unless I brake boost it. Street driver, and it's a 06 Chevy 1500 extended cab 2-wheel drive 5.3 V8, and you want to put a power adder on it. Street car, I would go with a supercharger. I'd go with a supercharger, something like a Whipple, because you're going to drive it all day, and you're probably going to tow with it. If you're going to tow with it, you definitely don't want turbos. You want supercharger or blower of some sort. You don't want turbo.
Around makes so many great kits for.
Yeah, if it's going to be a race car, race truck, I would go turbo. But daily, I would do some sort of blower. I wouldn't go turbo. Yeah, but I kind of wish I'd have put a Whipple on my car. No, I'm gonna do the filter from up top. I still gotta hook up the feed line. Gotta get the O2s and the taking the who off. Yes, I will do that before I finish up. I will take off the oil feed block. and reseal that too.
Having rice, chicken, and black beans.
Rice, chicken, and black beans. Mmm.
Or something else.
Maybe some pintos. All right, vacuum's done. Get that O2 in. I need to put this one in. Getting a little moist. A little moist. Where? There it is. Yeah, Bobby, I would definitely go. Maybe put a LSA, the LSA on there. They make so many adapters for those now. Put LSA on there, and I don't know if a motor's stock, I'd probably run 6-7 pounds of boost in it. I wouldn't try to shoot for the moon and run anything over 10. I'm looking for my 7/8 wrench. Is it back in the toolbox? It sure is. It fell, took a spill, committed micrometer suicide. That's all right. That's not the one I use anyway. No, it's trash. Okay.
Let's see if I said something I forgot. I thought he was going to read that book twice and then take his shower clothes after we studied.
Mm-hmm.
Like we discussed last week, and I guess he forgot to get day and got a 70, so I didn't get any points.
Okay. Not necessarily a conversation we need to have right now.
They don't care.
All right, Ryan. Thanks for hanging out, brother. I'll see you in a little while. Oh, what up, Jay? I'm putting the turbo back on. Getting the turbo back on the car after fixing the oil leak. I don't know if you were watching yesterday when I pulled it all apart, but I had a little oil seepage from the return line on the turbo, and unfortunately everything has to be disassembled to get to it. And that's what I did. I disassembled it, took this whole bullhorn off with the turbo, dropped it down, and then flipped it over and took the oil return off and resealed it up. New O-ring and a little bit of that orange secret sauce. Yep, on the old Trans Am. All right, that one's tight. Freaking mosquito. How you doing, Jay? How's your stuff going, man? How's your projects? doing? You guys, everybody that's usually on this channel enjoys car content, and 90% of the people that hang out and watch me are all car content creators, and they do some cool stuff. Impala J is a cool cat. He does a lot of nice stuff. He's got some good content out there. You guys would like to expand your car content collection and your subscriptions, check him out. He's a cool cat. I'm waiting for my boy, Old Carburetors and Coffee, to come into the chat. If you like metal and car repairs, he is a cool cat to look out for too. Just primed my AC heater box today. Hell yeah. Dude, you're doing a bang up job on that. You are like going next level of cleanness on that. I mean, you're taking it pretty far. You're taking it pretty far. I had a 78 Malibu O'Malley Classic, and I took that car. Oh man, my picture faded. I took that car. Look, here we go. I had old G body. Yeah, I took that car and had a chain hoist in between two huge oak trees, and I hooked that chain hoist up to the engine, to the cross member underneath the engine, and chain hoisted it and stood it straight up and down in between these trees. So it was just barely sitting on the back bumper, and power washed the underside of the car and sandblasted it and got it beautiful under there. And then took tractor frame paint, and sprayed the whole underside of the car with that tractor frame paint. And it was just as glossy and as pretty. It looked better under the car than it did around the rest of the car. It was cool. That was like my first really big in-depth build that I ever did. I think I was about 17 when I did that. It was a 355 turbo 350. Of course, it still had the 7.5-inch rear in it. It was a really cool car. You know, when you're 17, anything with wheels and an engine and a camshaft, and it's freaking cool. You know, but that car was fun. You know, it had a good cam in it, so it chopped and made all the right noises. It wasn't very fast, but it made all the right noises. All right, O2s, vacuum lines, and tie this back up, and then I can put my charge pipe back on. Yep. My first car was a 72 Chevelle. The midnight blue, silver flake in it, and had black leather diamond tucked interior in it. First car. Got it freshman year of high school. I wrapped that car around an oak tree, being dumb. Wrapped it right around an oak tree. Split my nose open across, and I wear glasses. When I was younger, I wore glasses all the time. So when I T-boned the tree, I wrapped the driver's side around the tree, and once the car was pulled away from the tree, I could stand in the dent, if you would. I could stand in the dent against the car, and you could look down the body line and you couldn't see my torso. And it actually bent that car into a macaroni noodle shape. So I took the drivetrain out of that and put it in that Malibu. I paid, that car was pristine, and I honestly cried when I totaled that car, blood running out of my face, and was just like, I can't believe I did that dumb shit. And it was so stupid, so stupid how I did it. It just, but young, dumb, inexperienced driver, trying to be cool, and you know, just not paying attention, and shit happens. My dad was just as upset about it as I was, because it was immaculate. The car was perfect, had no rust. The interior was pristine in it. Still upsets me talking about it. Well, I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry. Yeah, we had. I'll tell you how I did it too. I'll tell you exactly how I did it. Ugh. Anyway, this is how inexperienced and young and dumb I was. So back home, there's this S turn, and you come flat road, and it dips down, and then banks and goes back up the valley there, and it's super tight. And as kids, downshift it, get into the apex of the turn, and floor it, and rah, come out of that turn, like fucking Mario Andretti, just the coolest guy in the world. Well, I was on my way to work, and was coming down. I dropped it down in the second gear, and I'm getting ready to floor the car to go through the turn, just having some fun. And I noticed coming down the hill was a '69 Mustang. Beautiful car. I was like, oh shit. So back then when I was a kid, buzzing people with your exhaust, when they pass you in a nice car, you bump it in neutral, wah, wah, rev the car up, kind of like a, hey motherfucker, how you doing? So I bumped the car thinking I had bumped it into neutral. Well, I just bumped it into third gear, and then I floored it. So it kicked down, and it instantly just started boiling the tires off of it. And this is where the inexperience comes from. So overcorrected, and just constantly overcorrecting. And not once did my mind go, hey, dummy, let off the gas pedal. So all the way up this hill, I'm just all over the road, just, fishtailing. And at the top of that hill is a massive oak tree. And where did that car end up sliding into? Right into that oak tree. Totaled. Gone. Like I said, I split my nose open, cut my eyebrow, and the people that owned that tree, their house was 30 yards off of that road. And I ripped my work shirt off and put it over my face, and went to the door, was just beating the freaking shit out of the door. I'm panicking. I don't know what the fuck to do. Panicking. I'm beating on the door, and old people didn't want to come to the door. And I'm looking through the window, and I see the old man standing in his kitchen, and I'm like, took the shirt off of my face. It was like, hey, I need your phone. Because this was before cell phones or pagers or any of that shit. And the next gas station was, 2 miles down the road. I'm not walking, So the old man finally opened the door, and, I pulled the shirt back off my face, and it's like, hey man, thanks. I appreciate you, opening your door, and let me use your phone and stuff. And he goes, hey buddy, you're going to need stitches for that nose. All right. I called my dad. I was like, Dad, I wrecked my damn car. It wasn't far from the house. It was maybe a mile and a half away from the house. I was surprised that I didn't get my tail beat for that one, but I bought the car with my money, that I worked for, because I was working and still going to school. So, be all upset all they wanted to, but my dumb ass. Anyway, there you go. A little story time. A little story time with Craig. Oh yeah. Yeah, at least I'm here to tell you a story. Oh, your old lady got 81. Yeah, that was a 78 Malibu there that I showed you in the picture. You did the same thing when you wrecked your first car. Ran 3 miles home. Jeez, went to sleep to tell anybody. Jeez, man. Yeah, unfortunately, when I hit that tree, everybody on that in that area knew I hit that tree. There's another guy that lived on the other side of the street at the very top of the hill. He said, "I heard you coming up that hill." I was like, "Great, thanks, pal." But the cop was cool. Cop was very cool. He said, the roads were damp, and in court, we went to court because somebody had to pay for their fucking tree, right? Uh, when we went to court, the cop had said, "Oh, the roads were damp," and how he was fishtailing, just coming to the accident scene and stuff. And the judge felt bad for me because my dad was there, telling him how cherry my car was. So just had to pay for their mailbox, and the old man felt bad for me and didn't make me pay for his fence and damages to the tree. So I got off lucky on that one. But that was one the only. Well, I've been in another major accident, but no bloodshed on that one for me. All right, so we're gonna put the boost pipe on. There it is. I like telling stories. I'll talk all day long. I'm like that old man that never gets to talk to anybody. I think that's why I like doing live streams so much, because I could talk to what I hope is an audience of people. I could talk to an audience of people versus just talking to myself. A little oil residue off of this so it doesn't swell with silicone. But I am a chatty Cathy. You get me going. I am definitely a chatty Cathy. That needs to be this way. All right. A little lube. If you are a turbo guy and you like doing piping stuff, such as I am doing right now, you can use hairspray, which a lot of people like to use, or you can use brake clean. The good thing about using brake clean when you do your turbo piping, that the brake clean will dry and you won't have any kind of slippery surface for that pipe to fail. A lot of people like to spray them with hairspray and put them back on, and it's supposed to keep them from slipping out. But I use brake clean and have never had a pipe blow off. Because you don't want to use a petroleum based, that brake clean is melting is melting the rubber off the bottom of my shoe. Cheap ass shoes. You never want to use an oil base anything when you're doing turbo couplers. It is mosquito season out here. They're awful right now. 2mm. This, I really should have polished this pipe before I put it back on. The mosquitoes, I don't know how close any of y'all live to Florida, but the freaking mosquitoes out here are like pterodactyls. You feel them land on you, and you feel them bite you, you know. Like the Virginia mosquitoes, nothing. These things, you can see Florida mosquitoes in the dark. If it's pitch black outside, that's son of a gun, you can see them. When we go street racing on the back roads out cow country, you can see the freaking mosquitoes flying in front of your face. Right. That one got me right on the wrist too. Went right for the vein. Too much, yeah. I used to too. My boss used to fuss at me all the time about brake cleaning. Like, hey, it's billable. Bill it out. Stop fucking complaining. You want it done right? Or do you want it done half-assed? All right. That's done. I'm going to check this one. Give it a little bump with the gun. Make sure it's tight. And then we'll hit all of these other clamps up with a ratchet just to make sure they're tight. Well, you know, let's just bump them all. Give them all a little bumperoo. A little bumperooski. I gotta run that oil feed line. And that one I can't get to anymore. That's in the way. Let's see. Diddle-diddle-diddle-doo. There you go. That's it for that section of stuff. Get this out of here. All right. O2s, vacuum lines, that couplers, V-bands are tight. I gotta run. Oh, I need to pull that block off and reseal that real quick. Just a little seepage leak from this adapter plate. That is going to be a little Allen. I'll bring you guys around. Let me bring y'all around so y'all can see this. There we go. LS stuff. No, Larry. The traction control has actually been bypassed on this through the tune. It's probably something we should get back into because it's going to be making a lot more power once we do have it retuned. Right now it's turned off in the tune, but it's probably something we'll have to put back on the tune. Hey, Nathan, what is up? How are you doing, my friend? Long time no see. Anything that sucks blood, I'd rather get stung than have a tick or a mosquito. Yeah, I hear you. 5 days of rain. Yuck, dude. Oh, yeah, and if they come back out next season, they're going to be out big time. All right, so I read it back up there. Man, I've been all right. Been doing all right. I can't complain. Well, I could, but, you know. Doing well, sir. Doing very well. Algorithm. Your algorithm is weird? Dude, my algorithm is somebody else's algorithm, I swear. Because I'm getting all these cat videos, like people with their cats doing cat stuff. I hate cats. I hate cats. They are just disgusting creatures. And I hate all these stupid cat videos. Go. And I don't understand why. I don't watch cat videos, but yet I get cat videos. Anytime I start swiping through shorts, it's like cat video after cat video after cat video. Yep, transmission's back in. Transmission is back in. Happy, happy, happy. But my freaking drain plug is seeping. I gotta figure that out. Maybe change the. Oh, that might be why it's leaking. I probably need to put a different copper washer on it. But right now, it'll be fine. Oh, yeah. Yeah, has that got an O-ring on it, too? Sure do. Sure do. And I'm going to assume that tear is exactly why it's leaking. Yeah. Well, I'm going to get a little more of that. Get some of that orange sauce, too. Much as I hate using a lot of it, but yeah. Sorry if my arm was in the way. That's got a nick in it right there. I'm not sure how that got a nick in it because it went from the box onto the car. But we'll dress her up, put a little skimmerooski on there. A little skim will do you. We'll get this all dried up, nice and dry. Get it prepped for a slight skim of orange magic. Get a clean shop rag. Man, I might have to. Oh yeah, there it is. There it is. Hello, my friend Deet. My friend Deet. Whew, that's cold. Cold on my skin. Mm-hmm. You can't view Jay's videos. What up, AC? Welcome back. Until they're a few days old. That's weird. That's weird that you. Wonder what that's all about. Let's see them. I have to let that drip for a few minutes. Get the rest of that oil out of that. If I try to put that smorta orange goodness on there, it's just going to get moist with oil and it's going to leak again. And let that drip for a few minutes. I don't understand why that O-ring, why that sealing ring is leaking. Shouldn't be. It's a brand new sealing ring. But it is Japanese. Amazon stuff, and I pretty much tightened that thing up yesterday. I don't remember. Yeah, that's the one. Really need to get some non-copyright music in here. Yeah, it's pretty tight. I'll have to, well, once we get some break-in miles on that converter, I'll pull that out and reseal it. Get another, put another copper washer on it. Yeah, I feel like YouTube shadow banned me for a while because my content just wasn't getting out there. But as soon as I went over that 1,000 sub hump, the views just started rolling in. I feel like they did it because I had can't see if JG is live until about 30 minutes in. Yeah, JG does some cool stuff, man. He does some cool stuff. But like yeah, if you that notification bell stuff, when you hit that, it's the same for me. It always notifies me after the fact. So somebody have to be live or post a new video for a few minutes, not 30 minutes, but a few minutes. That may just be your provider. Yeah. Yeah, Bri. I wish you had a different name. Your name is probably Brian. So, so yeah, I feel like that's the case with my watchtowers because I've got over 100,000 views, and you're telling me that in those 100,000 views that I'm not reaching 4,000 watchtowers. Crazy. Like what is it? I've got a short that has 30,000 views. You know, and how have I not gotten at least one watchtower out of that 30,000 views? I mean, it's it's a 15-second video, but you would think I would at least have one watchtower, but I don't. Like I said, it's everybody does car content. Everybody does car content, and I think it's more so how many times it's shared. How many times it's liked or whatever. That's why people are always, hey, don't forget to like and share and blah blah blah. My content's decent. I don't think it's the worst out there by any means, but it's definitely not the best. I'm no JG, and I'm no Cletus or anything like that. But you're talking different scales. Different scales. JG has a hell of a shop and a lot of things to use to build and to make and to fabricate. Where I have a welder, an air compressor, and a lift. But I'm a little ahead of the game with the lift, which is nice. But I ain't got it like some people got it. I can fabricate some stuff, but I'm not no master fabricator. I don't know how to run software programs and shit like that. Could I figure it out if I had it? Sure, but I'm not that. I'm not that into it. I'm not building frame up cars like he is, and I'm not out racing like a lot of people are. But hey, we're getting out there. we're getting out there. We're doing all right. I ain't complaining. JG knows how to instruct, huh? He definitely builds some shit. I don't know about the instruction side of things. But we're getting it in. We're doing our thing. You know, the people show up here because of my pretty face. They don't show up here for the content. JG's a cool guy. He's got a lot of nice stuff over there that he's building. That truck that he's doing is freaking awesome. I'd really like to see him get back after that truck. You know, but I'm assuming he's jumping around because of customers and the 67 Firebird that I did. He's happy with that car. It's done. You know, now that I've fixed everything, so he won't be back until something breaks or he wants to do an upgrade. He was talking about putting an LSA on that 6.0 of his, which would be cool. I'll definitely do that project. You know, do a blower and injectors and stuff on that. Oh, that's cool. Thanks, Impala J. I appreciate it, man. Oh, I didn't think nothing of it. I didn't think anything of it, Nathan. I'm not casting stones or nothing. You know, I'm not casting stones. That is one hell of a screen name, Marco. Gapper dies. Gapper Des. Marco. Yeah, I'm sorry. That's a lot. And I'm not exactly sure how to break that one down. Marco May or Gap RDs. I don't know. I don't know how to break that one down. But hey Marco, welcome in, bro. Welcome in. We're just having a little chat while I'm waiting for this thing to stop dripping, so I can put some orange magic on there. I know as soon as I put a smort, that oil is just going to come out of there, and then it's going to ruin my schmort of orange magic. I don't like doing it. I don't like using it, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do. There's just no way around it. It's all good, Nathan. Get to where you're going safe, man. Get to where you're going safe. We ain't doing much. Hanging out, waiting for me to smear some mess on this. Oh, I gotta brake clean these off real quick. I was preaching last night about dry surfaces and how important it is when you're using any kinds of adhesives. Oh, it's showing your handles. Yeah, I don't know why that is. It is strange. It's like I noticed that on some channels. Some channels, it just shows my name and doesn't show my channel name. On different channels, it's that way. Like if I comment on Chevy's channel, it says my channel name. But if I comment on like carburetors and coffee, well, no, his shows my channel name now that I'm monetized, that I'm, or whatchamacallit, like an admin on his. But other channels, it just shows my name, which is fine. Going home from work. Yeah. Long day, man. Long day. Oh, stuck it in my pocket. All right, I think we're done dripping. I think we are done dripping. Yeah, looking good. All right, let's put a little smort on there. Not much. Just a dab will do ya. Just a dab will do ya. Oh. I don't know why you're ringing the dinner bell. Yeah, see? I knew it was going to happen. And it did. A little bit of oil ran out. And now that does not want to spread. It wants to separate. Bastard. Knew it was going to happen. And I even said it. I predicted the future. Wifey, you're going to have to wait a few minutes. I'm in the middle of something. In the middle of something. Oh, yeah. Wow. Jeez. Is that because of the drive? Is that because of your drive, Nathan? I used to leave at 3 a.m. to go to work in Tampa. Leave at 3 a.m. and get home by 7, 8 o'clock at night, just because of all the traffic. It would, I'd leave early so I could beat the traffic going to work, so I wouldn't be late to work. Take a nap in the car before I had to clock in, and then leave work at 3:30 and not get home till 7, 8 o'clock at night, just because of traffic coming down I-4. I hated it, absolutely hated it. And then I transferred to Orlando shop, and that was even worse. It took me 5 hours to get home. And that's just the worst, man. The drive there in the morning was fine. Get to Orlando, hour 45 minutes early in the morning. But coming home, man, you just catch all that freaking Disney traffic. Thanks, Impala. You take it easy, bro. 6 to 6. Yeah, well, gotta make that money, right? Oh, good thing that. Well, that was almost a big fail right there. I'm glad the screen was in that drain. That would have went right down to the bottom of that drain. I'd have been fishing with a magnet. I gotta put the oil feed line back on. Hopefully this takes care of this. So we're gonna have to buy another block. The factory one that goes on here, factory block off plate, has got a little get out of there. It's got a little riser on it. And before we turboed it, I had drilled it and tapped it for the oil pressure gauge, and it worked great for years. And then we needed to go turbo, so we had to have the oil feed line. So we had to use this ICT plate. to have 2 lines because I could only tap the factory one once. And I didn't want to run a brass tee off of it. All right, oil feed line. Here you are. I tell you, this turbo gets hot. I mean it. Look at that. You see that one? It's copper. Well, it used to be black anodized, like this one. That light's a little bright, I'm sorry. Yeah, right now where I work now, it's only a 15-minute ride. That's LS life for you there, Cameron. I thought it said fireman there for a second, just the way it was looking. Yeah, right now I'm 15-minute drive from work, and it's phenomenal. Love it. I fill my car up once a month. Get this line. Now, if I don't run it right now, it's going to be a pain to run it with it all connected. What are you doing way over there? Holy macaroni. All right, now you go. Oh, I don't want to touch this fiberglass, but I know I'm going to end up doing it. Sorry, I'll move you guys in just a second. I'll give you a little better view. Ah, there you go. Come on. Come, there you go. Come here. Need you to turn a little. Come this way. Go over that, under that, and to the top, please. All right. Listen to my old man grunting, you guys. This is my old man grunting. 2-minute drive, geez. Just walk to work, right? Midnight in the UK. Heck yeah. Well, thanks for stopping in. Thanks for stopping in. Appreciate you. I appreciate everybody that stops in, even if it's just for a few minutes. Drop a like, thumbs up thing. You know, stick around. Shoot the shit. Chew the fat, as my grandma used to say. All right, that'll work. Tighten that up. What size was that? I think that was 1/2 inch. I think that was half. Your grandma would say cut up. I mean, if you're having fun, yeah, cutting up. My grandma liked to sit around and play cards. So she'd say, come over, play some cards. Chew the fat for a little while. My grandma was a hoot. Absolute hoot. We were kids. She used to come over and watch us. My dad would go to work, and I had an older brother, and you know, he was what, 14, 15 at the time, and he'd come home, and it's like, Grandma, can I go over to such and such's house? And she, you know, there gonna be any girls there? And, no, no, no. And she said, well, all right. And she started picking on him, and I know what you're gonna do. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It was fucking hilarious. Fucking hilarious. My grandma was a hoot. Ornery. About 4 foot nothing. She used to make Chevy Addicts was live earlier. He's not he's kind of just hanging out talking. You know, he's had some things go on, but he's just kind of hanging out talking to people, not really doing much. But just, you know, talking. I know I said that like 5 times, but that's about what he's doing. Just going live with some random stuff, you know, going to the grocery store, or sitting in the car. He's kind of, you know, keeping his build hush hush, I guess, so that Frick, what's that guy's name, is building his car for him. Oh, it's right there. So whatever. So when that guy's building his car, he has the content, and I guess Chevy's not trying to spoil the content for him. This is a LS1. Jeez, your gram was 6'3". I bet. Great, googly boy. But you kids that act up, boy, she whooped the crap out of y'all. You know, don't fool around with grandma. She'll fuck you up. I gotta put a zip tie back on that. Yeah, my grandma was a firecracker too, boy. She'd light us up if we fucked up. They didn't play no games. Probably should have did this before I put that back on there. I'll get a longer zip tie. Yeah, fishing poles. Fishing pole size joints. Fuck. Fishing pole. That's rookie stuff, man. If you ain't rolling one like a freaking baseball bat, you ain't rolling one. Yeah, this is a 2000 ws6 Trans Am. Built LS, built trans, 9-inch forward rear. It's got a 78mm turbo on it. I'm just putting this all back together. Had the transmission out for torque converter upgrade. Sent the old converter back to Circle D. Oh, I had it in there and I dropped it. Sent the old torque converter back to Circle D, and they upgraded it. Pretty much just sent her a brand new torque converter. So put the torque converter in it and change the yoke on the rear, because her drive shaft hung out a little bit too far out of the tail shaft of transmission. So we put the long yoke on it to get the shaft a little deeper in. I got that done, and so she had a little oil seepage from the oil return. We got that taken care of. She had a little oil seepage over here at the plate for the oil feed. We got that taken care of, and now I'm just tying up this. When we did the turbo kit, we had to modify these inner fenders, and unfortunately, this one got modified to the point that it no longer has a fastener on the outer edge. So I had to get a little creative with it. And just to hold this corner up. I mean, I didn't want to rely on the charge pipe to hold that corner up, so I just put a little zip tie on it, keep it up, windage, blowing it down, and then don't want it to run it over. So yeah, because the original inner fender came all the way over here and tied into another cover, and kind of like, well, the driver's side is still all together, so you can see, you had all of this plastic, and all of this was all right here. So we had to cut all that out for that charge pipe. So we should be good to go now. Gonna let it down, put the oil feed on, put the air filter back on, and she can go out and rip it. Top the oil off. Oh, I gotta tighten that up. Did you guys see me tighten that up? I don't know if I tightened it up. I'm pretty sure I tightened it up, but let's make sure. Yep, I tightened it up. Thanks. And let's get all this stuff out of the way and I'll let this down. Thanks, Brian. I'm assuming your name's Brian. I may be wrong. It could be Bernice or something. Fishing pole sized joints. It's fucking hilarious. Used to pack fillies. Used to pack fillies back in my day. And we started doing those wood tips. When Black and Mild came out with them wood tips, we start packing them wood tips, roll them things out, pull that, they call it nicotine paper, pull that paper out of the middle of it, pack that thing down with an ink pen, be ready to rip. If you're old enough, you know what woo is. Pack that thing with some woo. All right, let's see. Do the dance. I'll give you guys a quick tour. If you're just tuning in, I'll give you a quick tour underneath this thing. Ooh, starting to cool off outside. Starting to cool off. I'll give you a little tour underneath of the old girl. And zip ties all over the place. All right. Yep, ws6. One smooth operator. Smooth operator. Don't hate me because of my singing. Anyway. No single turbo. 78, 75. Huron turbo kit. Tubular K member, tubular A arms, tubular upper A arms. It's got a Performa built transmission. Made the exhaust for aluminum drive shaft. It's got a Ford 9-inch rear in it. Of course, factory disc brakes. 3-inch cutout, and it's got an old old Dynamax Outlaw muffler on it. That's been on there for like 20 years. Airbags for track days. Right now it's only tuned on 10 pounds, made 650-ish. But it can be turned up a lot more. It's all forged internals. Cathedral port heads that have been hogged out. They are flowing like it is nobody's business. Glad I didn't set anything heavy on that. I've been known to set some heavy stuff on there. Yeah. 2000 ws6. Trans Am. Let's let the old girl down without dropping it down, huh? Get this out of the way. Get this. All right, everything is clear. There. No tools. No tools. All this is done. Tight, tight, tight. Tight. This is tight. Done. All right. Just wanted to give myself a little mental checklist. I'm getting old. Sometimes I got to think about it 500 times. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Trans Am. Get you guys in here. Get you in here. You just watch me fight that turbo blanket back on here. Let you down. Get you a little angle action there. There we go. Lighting's good. Yeah, looks good. Now hopefully that oil feed didn't fall back down. Yeah, famous last words. Got it. I'll put this back on. This car is my nemesis. This car and I do not get along whatsoever. My wife named it Christine. Many years ago for a reason. I'm gonna have to do something about that. You can't have that twisted over that way. Hold that in place. That should be a 5/8. Oh. Ah. Carajo. Oh. Ponienta. So I'm trying to keep that line from twisting toward the turbo. I'll put the blanket on. It's going to be in the way. There we go. I'm going to fire it in just a minute just to make sure I don't have any leaks from that feed line. I want to get the air filter on it before I do that because it's going to stir up so much of that fiberglass dust. Yeah, I know. Cram it in the hole. Get in there. Bastard. All right. Yeah. Ideally, to change that, to take it off, you go down and you take the wastegate off. And it's just, I ain't trying to do all that. Just one more thing. Now, there it is. This. To do this. Used to use this screwdriver to listen to engine noises. Worked really well. All right. Everything's back together. Cool. Let's bend the key in this thing and check our oil lines. Make sure we're good there. What's kicking, chicken? What is up, good time? How you doing, man? How you doing on this Monday? All right. Little movie trivia night. You feeling it? All right, let's start this thing up. Oh, let me check the oil real quick. Make sure it's still kind of full. Should be fine. We didn't lose much. To begin with. Oh, yeah. We're good. Good enough to fire it up. Yep. Fire in the hole. Here, I'm gonna put the microphone back here at the back of the car so you guys get a little cold start action. I don't know how well that worked with that microphone back there. Hopefully it wasn't overpowering the microphone. You guys got a decent cold start. Yeah. Yeah, Christine. Yeah, it's a 4.3 liter V6, 3/4 350. Got a 3/4 race cam in it. Thanks, screen. Oh, 3/4 350. Yeah, well, success. No leakies. No leakies. Doing good. Now I just gotta fight that turbo blanket back on there. That thing was not pleasant to get off. It's not pleasant to get off at all. Did the cold start sound okay, or was it too much? Too much for the microphone? Yeah, I mean, I hope it sounds good. It better. There's enough money invested in this thing to support a small village. But once we turn it up, probably put 15 pounds on it to just drive it. Have it 20 psi kill mode, and that'll still be taking it easy on this motor. I wonder if I should let her go drive this real quick and leave all this shit off. Well, at least leave the turbo blanket off. No, fuck it, let me put it on. If it's gonna leak, it's gonna leak. We'll see it. And this blanket is pretty stiff for turbo blankets, and I think that's just because it's been overheated too many times. This is not very pleasant to put back on. And usually these things are just fall right into place, but this one is not so pleasant. And And the radiator's super close to it too. Come on. There you go. Go back to your home. Go back to your home. Oh, wow, that thing got hot. Hot, hot. Just a short bit of idle time. Ow. Alright. I'll pick it up and finish putting it on. Cool. Close this so I don't hit the light. So I wish the ceiling was a foot taller. Sounded underwater. Yeah, well, that's typical Chevy for you. Overpowering the microphone. I probably should have set the microphone on the hood of the truck or something. Probably been a little better for you. Should have opened the cutout is what I should have did. Should have opened the cutout for you. Then it really sounds like a boat. Blah, 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 blah. Daddy, trim it out, Daddy. The nose is up too high. All right, let's see if I can get and bring you guys back into the live action here. Get you up here. Yeah, that's right. You can't see a dang thing. The view is the same for me. I'm going to be in your way. I'm going to move you over here. That way you can see my Buddha belly and I can see what I got to do. All right. So that's got to go. Oh, ah. This has got to go back under here like so. Really wish I could see this. Let me move you just a second. I'll bring you back into the shot just a second. Got that. That's there. Can't really get to that stupid thing. The reason why we upgraded this radiator the first time is because the turbo blanket rubbed a hole through the damn thing. Rubbed the hole right through the radiator. This is well, fiberglass in the hands. I'm feeling I need to be over that clamp. Like that. Maybe. Yeah, that looks all right. I just got to get the other side back in there where it belongs. It's just, like I said, it's just the worst, absolute worst to see what you're trying to do because everything is in the way. I can't even see what I'm doing right now. I just know my hand is in here getting chewed up by this radiator. I don't know where that's going. I think that's going to be the sauce right there. think. You know, they got extremely hot for such a short run time. I don't think that needs to be that way. All right, now you got to find that spring, hook it, and then hook it back around that post. I can see the spring. Shove my hand in here. Ow. With all the zip tie razor blades. Hey, hold this light for me. Oh, hey, why didn't you grab that light? Dang it. Thought I had it there for a second. I didn't. One of the most irritatingest things in the world is hooking these back up. It's such a crappy arrangement. Really thought you guys were going to hold that light for me. That's okay. There we go. Got it. Got it. Oh, yeah. All right. We're golden. We're golden. No, man. We're, let's see. It's, there you go. 72 degrees right now. Let's see. What was it? Friday it was 56 degrees in the morning. Yeah, cold. I actually put a jacket on. Now that my blood's all thinned out, I can't handle cold weather like I used to. When the first year we moved down here, man, it was shorts and t-shirts year round. People walking around in hoodies. And I'm laughing at them like, it's 70 degrees outside. What the hell are you doing wearing a hoodie? Well, 5 years into this, now I know why. Because your blood's done thinned out. And anything under 70, it's cold. All right. Done deal. One finished project. I still got to do the strut plates on this, but I really want to get my car in here and get that anti-roll bar done. That's going to be fun content for everybody because I get to cut and grind and weld and cut and grind and cut and grind because I got to cut the old anti-roll bar out and the old plates off of the frame rail, and it is not going to be fun. All right, yeah, good. We got good clearance. Good clearance, Clarence. Just want you all to know we're rooting for you. Good luck. So, yep, all back together. Let me get you in here. That turbo blanket. I wish I could light that up for you down there, but yeah, there you go. You can see how close it is to that radiator. You got about not quite an inch of clearance. Would I ever move back north? You know, actually, we were looking at houses again in Virginia, but the market is so screwed right now. And houses that we would pay under 200 for are now almost in the 300s. We found a few places that we liked, but you know, they're kind of fixer uppers, and when we sell this place, really not going to have the funds to do a renovation. We'll have the funds to move back, take care of some debt that we need to take care of, and maybe do a little bit. But some of these houses just need too much renovation to make it cost effective. No, man, everybody, I know this is gonna sound really fucked up, but I'm gonna say it anyway because I'm gonna fucking say it anyway. The Floridians are actually really laid back people, but it's the people that are not Floridians that have moved down over the years and have brought their culture with them, or their way of life, or how things used to be in their neighborhood. They've brought that shit down here, and if you run into a Floridian, an actual person that's lived here, they're laid back. They really don't give a shit about you. They really don't care. They'll talk to you. They'll be cordial, but there's no animosity. There's no beef. But you have the people that have moved from like New York or Detroit. Let me say it, Northerners that have moved down in from shitty states, and they just bring their shitty attitude, and that's what fucking sucks, because you have that mentality of people. Florida is just one big hodgepodge of so many different cultures that it doesn't mesh well. But if you stay local, do local things, you really don't run into any riffraff. Saw a bear in your yard. Fuck all that. They've got bears here in Florida, believe it or not. They have bears, and don't go to the Everglades because you're going to get eaten by python. That's for sure. But yeah, there's bear, there's deer. You don't see very many of the deer. You see a lot of wild hogs. You see, my area, I don't see alligators. See a lot of turtles. See a lot of armadillos in my area, but nothing, I don't see gators. I don't see snakes. You got to go further south if you want to deal with the iguanas and gators. Well, cost of living here is no different than the cost of living in Virginia. When we first moved to Florida, it was cheaper, but now they're about the same. And that's pretty much the same because we looked at different states too. We looked at Georgia, we looked in Alabama, a few other states, and cost of living is about the same. Georgia, not on the Atlanta side, was a little cheaper than Florida, but not by much. You're talking 15 cents less for that gallon of milk, or 30 cents less for something else. So it's really not a big push. I got Pizza Friday takeout, one large, one small, fries, one fries and pizza, $47. Dude, here you go. I ordered 2 mediums and one gluten-free pizza for my son. $56. Yep. 2 medium pizzas, one gluten-free pizza, $56. Oh, you remember when fucking $5 gets you a pack of smokes and a fucking 16-ounce Mountain Dew, and you still got change back? Yeah. $10 was a tank of gas. If you had 20, you had gas, lunch, and dinner. Yeah. I remember it, man. I remember it, and I wish it would come back. Make shit affordable again. That should be the new slogan for everybody. Make shit affordable again. Make diesel $1.29 again. Y'all notice that your diesel prices are $3.50, $3.75, but your gas prices are $2.80, $2.90, and they go up and down from here. 87 octane will go like $3.18 a gallon to $2.88 a gallon, and they'll fluctuate. But diesel will stay at $3.70 or $3.88, and there's really no big swings in diesel fuel, which is upsetting because I would really like to get a diesel back in my life. I want to get a 2-car trailer and either another 3500 Ram or get another F-250. But I'm going to get a 7.3 F-250, like 99, 2000-ish 7.3. No, no IDI crap. Yeah, $5 on pump 7. Yeah, that's when you could go to the gas station with $2 and get a gallon and a squirt. What up, streets? You been ghost watching? Yeah, 7.3. Before we moved here, I had a 05 F-250 with a 6.0 in it that was bulletproofed. Had upgraded transmission, upgraded converter, and injectors, and all the deletes and shit, bulletproofed. That was a nice truck once I worked out all the bugs, but it had wiring harness, typical engine harness issues and this and that. It was chewing up alternators. Like every month I was putting alternator on. It got to the point where I had 3 alternators, and I would just rotate them, put one on, send the other one off to get rebuilt. By the time that one come back, it was time to put another one on. And just kept them in rotation until I figured out what was chewing them up, and then that solved that problem. Had the dash light problem where the dash lights would go out, everything would stop working on the dash. I figured that out, got that fixed. I loved that truck. It was lifted, 37s. It was a good truck, once it was right. Lurking. Hey, that's cool, man. I don't mind you lurking. You could peep. You could peep around that corner. I made money off that truck when I sold it. Not a bunch, but I made money off of it. Of course, it was when I bought it, it needed a lot of love. I had to do, calipers, rotors, pads, suspension, steering, because it was wore out. It was a wore out truck when I got it. The paint was rough, so I love making shit nice again. So I buffed it out, got it shiny, got it pretty, and I'll post up a couple pics of it on my post so you guys can see it later. It was a good looking truck. Wet sanded the wheels and polished them back out. It was real nice. And I sold it to this married couple that had a son that raced go-karts. And my big stipulation selling that, I didn't want to sell it to a kid. I wanted to sell it to a family, that was not going to abuse the truck, because I had so much in it. I didn't want to see it get tore up by some kid. So talked to the dad and the mom, and our son races go-karts, and we need something to trailer his go-karts to the races and this and that. And that's cool. And it was tuned. It had SCT, and it was, no, what the hell did I have on that? Live wire or something, whatever. So you had 4 tunes, and then you had toe tunes. And I explained to the guy, I said, you have 1, which is like 50 more horsepower than stock. Level 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 is kill, and it will boil all 4 tires off of that truck in 4-wheel drive. That is maxed out. And okay, yeah, we'll never need that. Nothing, we won't beat on this and blah blah blah. It's for my son. Okay, cool. Sold him the truck, and the next day he calls me. and says, "Hey man, did you sell me a truck with a bad transmission?" What? You drove the truck for an hour and then drove it home 3 hours. Did it ever screw up on you? Well, no, but we were out playing with the tunes and now it has reverse and first gear. And my words were, "You're freaking kidding me. You broke it." "Yeah, but I was calling to see if you might have an idea what it could be." I said, "Yeah, you broke a transmission. Good job." And hung the phone up. I could not believe it. Could not believe it. Something that was supposed to be a hauler for their kid, and they went out and tore it up the first night they had it. So upsetting. '92 diesel F250 looked new. Went for $14K. Dude, there was who was it that you told me about the '86 F150 that sold for some ridiculous amount of money yesterday? BB King. Dude, if you were honestly BB King, my man. I wish I could play some music because I'd freaking stream some up for you right now. I love me some BB King. Yeah. Older diesel trucks, man, are going up because of emissions. Nobody wants DEF. Nobody wants to deal with that shit. So they're getting the older stuff that doesn't have the emissions restrictions. And they're just fixing them up and making them really nice trucks. There's a bunch of stuff on Marketplace, man. I'll get on the wife's phone and start marketplacing and just, ugh, ugh, the I wants, man. A Mini Cooper, huh? Ugh, I used to work on those things. Mm-hmm. Sold it. Yep. It's crazy, man. Yeah. 87K. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. You told me about that yesterday. It's ridiculous, dude. But hey, look, I tell you what. There's a 90 F-150 302 automatic Lariat edition. Right now, I'll sell it to you for $60,000. It's a steal. I'll even leave the stickers on the back window. Even leave the stickers on there for you. Because this one, that one, right there. Oh, you see my finger? Look at my finger. Look at that thing. Cut that off a long time ago. That sticker right there has to stay on the truck. Anyway, we're all done here, everybody. I think I'm gonna wrap it up and go inside and get me something to eat. Well, actually, I'm gonna wash this insulation pricklies out of my arms and hands, and then I'll eat something. But right now, we're done for the night. I don't know if I could sell it, but hey, Gary, you were ghost watching too, huh? That's cool. Anyway, thanks everybody for hanging out. I appreciate you stopping in. Hit that like button for me if you haven't already, and share one of my shorts. I'd appreciate the hell out of it. Y'all have a good night. See you next time.